Hey guys, Mike Deathbeam here once again, and today we're going to be recording something that I haven't done in a little while, and the topic is Star Wars. Yay! More Star Wars here. Now this isn't a map like the last one. I made some vehicles, and most of them are flying, but one of them isn't, and I'll be adding more later on. So let's go ahead and get started. Boom. First one is the ATDP. It's most commonly, I think it's only been seen in Star Wars Rebels, which I think the fourth season will be coming out soon, and I think that'll be the last season of it. But I tried to make it relatively to scale. I mean, I know that's kind of hard to do in Minecraft, but I also tried to make it realistic. I mean, because with the feet, when you look at the pictures, you see that it doesn't go out as far as the other two, but that's so it doesn't hit this. So I tried to do that. I really tried to get the detail, because you have the cannon here, you have the redstone to kind of show the smaller turrets, and that just to add more detail. I also tried to use some other blocks just to kind of help keep it from being too monotone. Yeah, so I also did this, and I used an iron door instead of the regular wood one. I felt like that may be a little bit better. I also tried to follow the angle of the head, how it goes down, so you have the swivel here and that iron block right there. I tried to use the iron blocks primarily as the joints, except, well, yeah, that one kind of does, because I think the turret moves some with that. But that's there, and you have those, you can move that. Then I use the coal blocks for these joints, just because they're a different type of joint. And I put that redstone torch there. I feel like it kind of adds something there, and that with their backing up, that way you can see them. But you come up here, and you can get down here. I know the interior isn't anything too fancy. I really didn't do much, but because of the slabs, you can't really place stairs here. It doesn't really work. If I want to place stairs, I'd have to place it way up here, and that then you can't really see. But when you're here, you can see. So I just left it like this, and you can see the Star Wars signs, and the moon is almost down there. I thought I'd follow the redstone torch kind of pattern, and I use those to light it up, and I think they do a really good job in here. I feel like it really helps keep kind of that imperial look. I feel like that helps kind of keep it darker, just because if it's at night, you don't want it to be too bright, because when you drive, that can be really distracting. So I think I did a pretty good job on that, but you guys tell me how I did. And then the second one is the TIE Fighter. Now, I know what you're thinking. It probably doesn't look all that good, but it's an egg fighter. Well, it's a TIE Fighter E for egg. We'll go with that. But the wings, I used coal instead of obsidian, because I feel like that it really helps kind of emphasize the pattern that the TIE Fighter wings have. Plus, these are black. These are black, whereas obsidian tends to be more of a dark purple. So that wouldn't really work all that well, I didn't think. And then I used the stone brick to help kind of keep it from being too monotone, because if I didn't use this, I feel like it would be really monotone. It wouldn't go well, just because stone, you see so much of stone, just plain stone and cobblestone, and it gets boring. So I did this just to kind of offset it a little, kind of give it a little bit more texture and realism. And I didn't quite make it far enough apart. And I did the blue just to kind of emphasize that they have the ion engines, and on the Star Destroyers it's blue, so just kind of emphasize that. And then you have the green lasers, and then you go in the top of the egg, and there's a pretty much full interior in here, because you have the stair or seat here, and I use slabs here just to kind of emphasize that it's lower, so you're up here, you can see, you can activate that or enchant stuff, cook stuff in your furnace while you pilot this thing and shoot. So you have that. And I did use a regular torch. I don't know if it would look better with the redstone or not. I didn't try it. I think we'll go with that. I think it probably fits it, just because it's the same with the ATDP, because you don't want it to be too bright inside, because then you can't see outside. And then here comes my personal favorite ship, is the N1 Starfighter. Now, I know the prequels get a lot of flack, and I do agree that there are some parts that definitely could have been made better, but personally, the Phantom Menace is my favorite one, and this is definitely my favorite Starfighter out of all of them. I've always liked this one, with its 10 proton torpedoes and its 2 laser cannons, and I've really tried to get it as accurate as possible, and it's longer than the real one, because the one in the movies is 11 meters, this one is 19, so it's almost double. But I think I did a good job making it proportional, with the little tail and stuff like that, and with the engines. So if you go underneath, you'll see that I did that too, and you'll see this, which I saw in one of the pictures that I saw online that I kind of based it off. I don't think it's on all of them, but on the one I saw, I did this, and I think it kind of keeps it from being too monotone yellow. I feel like it's all yellow. I feel like it's just too much. And then I tried to do R2 or an astromech droid. The buttons, wooden button, yeah, there you go. You guys can make the beep beep doo beep boop boop, stuff like that. And then I used black glass. I feel like that plain glass wouldn't have, I feel like that would have been too much bright. I feel like that kind of helps darken it up a little. Then you have the dispensers at the weapons. And then from a request from one of you guys in the comments on the last Star Wars video, we have the TIE Superiority Fighter. Now this one, I know it is not to scale, but this originally was smaller, but in order to make the interior fit, I had to make it bigger. But I used the new concrete, and I think it works really well with this, simply because I feel like the TIE Superiority Fighter is a more refined version of the TIE Fighter, so I feel like the smoother texture of the concrete really help to emphasize that TIE Fighter, so I think it goes well. And I put the red here. I think that's for the advanced ones, and then I put the antenna here. I'm really glad that they fixed it with the iron bar so that you can make it straight, so when you don't make one, it doesn't come out like that. Make it straight, so you have the antenna there. And I tried to make these where it hooks into the side. And you have the cannons, right here. And then you have the turret, which I actually have the iron bar right there to kind of be the swivel for it. And then you have that, so you have the red zone here to kind of show the engines. And then we can go ahead and head inside, which it's not finished interior. Haven't quite decided what I want to do with that, but here we go. So originally it was only 3, but I had to make it bigger so I could fit both these seats, because otherwise one was going to be right up here and then you'd be stuck up here. You wouldn't really be able to see. It's kind of important, just trying to make it a little bit more realistic, which is Minecraft, so it's not realistic. In reality, it wouldn't be as wide, but then we'd have the same egg shape as the other one, so it wouldn't really work. But I feel like this one works. I think it works pretty well because I really like the colors. I really like the concrete texture. I'll have to use that in some of my other builds, or maybe survival. And I do really like the way that the concrete looks. It really looks good. But here we go. So these are the 4 that I've created. I made the ATDP, the TIE Fighter, the N1 Starfighter, and the TIE Superiority Fighter. So I hope you guys like this, and I obviously will be, taking your suggestions and trying to improve upon these. And I hope you guys enjoy, and as more Star Wars movies come out, I'll try to make more stuff. So I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.